Recording in progress.
All right. Um, Welcome to the My Building launch, or in a way, a new introduction. But before I start, maybe let's give a minute to let a couple of the guys to be able to join in. And we will start very shortly. All right. Look like we have quite a fair bit of audience already in the participant pool, and you know it should be a good time to start. Good morning, good afternoon, good evening to some of you from different part of the world. As in Honeywell, you know that you could be anywhere in the world, and welcome to this session of introducing my buildings, which is a new introduction. Since 1 year ago, we have gone through the Honeywell acquisition, and most of us has been familiar with how lenel S2 operates through lenel S2 Connect. And within this 1 year, definitely there is going to be changes happening. The changes definitely going to be better. Changes going to be making it much more interactive with the customers, especially with the vast that we are engaging around the world. So it's not just within a single region, but it's more of how you engage with the whole business or with the company, you know of what you do on a day-to-day operation. So I know some of you are very familiar with Lenel to Connect, and this is a new interface, which we have gone through a series of migration, making sure that everything works well, and how you're going to be using this My Building. And of course, one important person here, Sakit, he will be actually doing the introduction, and he is going to be the man to show you how good this My Building is going to be, and how that will actually cover the scope of what Learner S2 used to be doing in the past, right? And of course, the Learner S2 Connect, as some of you may have been used to, how you access the system, how you access the information, those will be has been brought over to My Building, and he will be able to show you more in that aspect, right? And something that I would like to highlight, right, with the introduction, just for the purpose of the webinar, I know some of you may have a lot of questions in your mind, or you may have some questions that you really want to ask and want to get some answer to it. Please feel free. At the bottom of the webinar, you have Q&A section, a Q&A option where you can put in your question, and there will be a team of members who will be at the back of the webinar giving you some of the answers. And if in case those answers are not being, or those questions are not being answered, don't be discouraged, because we will come back to you with some FAQ, some of the questions that we hear from the last three sessions, and those will be valuable information for the team or for you guys as the customers, right? So the main thing, right, where we are going to My Building is to actually look at a much more better customer experience, ease of doing business, right? Okay, I forget to introduce myself. My name is Ken, and of course, I'm actually the sales leader for the NIS2 in the Pacific region. I came from Singapore. I used to be, flying a lot in Australia, but my role now is primarily focusing on the NIS2 in the Pacific region. Some of you may have known me, and looking forward to how Saki is going to introduce more of My Building, um, where you can get access to a lot more functionality and capability within the portal itself. So let me give the time to Sakit for him to be able to give you all the information, and he will run around with some of the demo as well as resource available within the portal as well. Sakit, over to you.
Okay. Thanks, Ken. Hello, everyone. This is Saqib Imam. I lead and manage digital customer experience and all the portals for our customers for Honeywell Building Automation, right? So today I'll be going through all the features and what are the new features we have added to our buildings portal, My Buildings portal, right? That will support our analysts to customers. So first and foremost, we are now unifying the customer experience. So we have Lenel to Connect portal, we have Netbox portal. We are going to unify the experience, and then we'll have only one portal, which is mybuildings.honeywell.com, right? And then what are the key features we have? We have our account management, we have the training management, we have e-commerce and order management, we have software downloads and self-help, as well as we have a lot of features where the customers can request for help with customer support team as well as technical support team, as well as we can also download softwares and we can renew our SUSP contracts from our My Buildings portal, right? So we'll go through each of them in detail in the live demo, but I'll just walk through these slides here so that we know what we are going to view, right? And then what is the migration schedule, right? So as of 11th of August, we have migrated the entire Lenel S2 portal Connect portal to our My Buildings portal, right? So which means that we have account management, the training navigation, e-commerce, order management, learnless to knowledge base and technical publication, as well as softwares, how you manage your SUSP contracts. So all these features are migrated to our My Buildings portal, as well as we have also migrated how we manage the Blue Diamond customer consumption, which is built by credentials, built by readers, and how do you manage that if you want to increase your consumption or decrease it, right? So all those things are moved to our My Buildings portal. What's not moved and it's planned for future is the user management for Cumulus, right? So in Netbox, we will still go and do our user account management so that we can log in into Cumulus. So the ID and password will be managed in Netbox, right? Then we can do Netbox quoting in the Netbox portal as well as the ordering, right? So to place the order, we'll go to the Netbox tool, we'll renew the system there, and then from there we will create a code, and then that code we can download it and send it to orderentry.lenls2@honeywell.com to create an order. So this is the migration plan. Now, I'll quickly go through all these high level features so that we have more time for our live demo, right? So we have account management where we can manage existing users as well as onboard new users, and then can also assign them personas and can activate or deactivate existing user or new users, right? So that's all the things you can do in account management. Then we have our training and certification, right? So a logged in user can view their training, can validate their certification, as well as they can contact their training admin or can go to the LMS site from our My Buildings portal, right? Just remember that the LMS site and how it works remain as it is. We are just changing how you land there, which is our My Buildings portal. And then we also have a way to map the training admin to the students or the users. So that's your training. Now, the next one is order management, right? So as of now, we have only order management in Netbox portal, but now for Lenel S2, entire Lenel S2 all products line, we will have our order management in our My Buildings portal where we can see the order, view the status, and create an RMA, which is return request, as well as if you want to submit a PO, you will use our order entry.nlls2 at honeywell.com to submit the PO. Next one is the resources, right? So we have our technical publication, we have our user manuals, your software downloads, as well as your knowledge base articles and your price books. So All of them are in our My Buildings portal. So from technical publications to knowledge base article, you'll find everything under support section, and then price book you will find in the quick links of our application. Then we have our systems and softwares, right? So these systems are what we have bought for ourselves or for our end users, right? So how do we manage the systems, and how do we see how many licenses we have in the systems, as well as how do we download the licenses, right? So all these will be covered in our demo of my systems. Then we have the technical support, right? So we can submit a technical support request for our customers, as well as we can also submit our customer support request. Customer support will be if there's any question related to account, or if there's any question related to billing, or if there's any question related to a new project or a new code, right? So for all those things, we'll go and create customer support. And if we have bought a product or a system and we have some issue with that, we will go ahead and create a technical support case. Now it's time for live demo. So I'll start sharing my screen. Hope my screen is up. Okay. Now, uh, so now this is our My Buildings portal. But before I discuss that, we are inviting users who were existing to lenel to Connect portal as well as Netbox portal, right? So if you are an existing user of that portal, and how do you log in? You don't have to come directly to this site to log in, right? We will send you an email, and this is the email template. Currently, we are sending this email in batches, right? So you will get an email from admin@honeywell.com, and then this will be your email where you will see a link here, and you'll see this link as well. So either you can click here, or you can copy this link, paste it in your browser, and then you will land on account setup page. So what we are doing is we have your email ID, we have your trainings, we have all the information which is there currently in lenel S2 Connect, right? We have moved everything here, so you don't have to do anything. Just click here, set your password, activate your account, and then you will be able to log in into our My Buildings portal. Okay, so we have simplified the user experience, and we have mapped all your existing details to the new system, and then you just have to create your password and then activate your account, and then you will be good to log in. Your persona and everything will be already populated in the system. Okay, so keep an eye for this email. If you have received it, go click on this or copy this. If you have not, then hold on. We are going to send you. We in our first batch, we have sent these emails and account activation email to all our admins. In the next batch, we'll start sending it to all the other users. Okay. With that, let's start. So how do we log in? We'll go to buildings.honeywell.com, right? And then we'll click on sign in. We click on sign in into my buildings. I enter my ID. So the entire demo will be based on test data and test ID. Okay. So I have signed in. When I sign in, I land on my accounts page. So this is my accounts page. If you see here, right? So now let's discuss about the first topic, which is account management. Okay. So what all we can do in account management, and as a logged in user, what I can see in my accounts page. So the first step for me will be to click here. So here you see my buildings, because this is the name of the test profile, but you will see your name here. So once you click on my buildings, you will see my profile. That's where we need to click. Once we click on my profile, I am a WAR admin. right? So I will see three tabs, but a normal user who is not an admin will only see two tabs. One is overview, the other one is details. Now, the first one is the account information. So this logged in user, the first name is my building, and then the last name is portal, and then this is the email ID, as well as I will have the applications which I am eligible, right? Now, this is a global tool, right? This My Building portal is global. We serve a lot of different brands and a lot of different customers, right? So for us, Lenel S2 customers, we need to focus on four tools, right? Or four applications. The number one is my systems, all right, which will show me all the systems I have bought for myself or my end user, right? And I can manage those, right? So we need to focus on my systems. Then we need to focus on billing center, which is nothing but your blue diamond readers and customer consumption dashboard, and how do you manage your blue diamond consumptions for your end users, right? So that's billing center. And then we need to focus on netbox training, right? So if you are eligible for netbox product line and you want to do a netbox training, we go to netbox and click on launch here, which will take you to the ELMS site of netbox. Similarly, we will have on guard and elements training, which will take us to ELMS or learning management system of on guard and elements, right? So in total, we need for Lenel S2 customers, we have only four tools. One is OnGuard and Elements training. The other one is Netbox training. The third one is Billing Center, and the fourth one is My Systems. Okay. Now let's go to the next one. So under Details tab, I can see the certifications I have, their dates, their details. I can see my user role. So I'm an admin. What's my training ID? As well as this will show you my VAR details, like if my var agreement status is active or not, or if the var when the var agreement expires, as well as the authorized product line. And I can also see var authorization letter that will be released in upcoming releases, but just have an eye for this one, because we will add a new item here, which is var authorization letter, and then you can download it directly from here. Okay, so this is your details tab. Now, if as a var admin, if I want to manage my users, then I'll go to company user, right? And then I can select the account from here. So this is a test account, Lenel S2. Okay. Now I'll see all the users which are linked to my account here. And then if I want to manage, for example, I want to change a persona of a particular user, what then I'll do is I'll just select here. So I'll select Harrison, and then I click on assign access group, right? So this will uh, help us change the persona or the role of the customer or the user, right? So I'll select here. Keep in mind now Harrison is a technician, but I want to make Harrison a purchasing persona, which is nothing but a standard user, right? In our Connect LNLS 2. So I'll select Harrison, I'll select the persona, and then I'll click on assign group. This will go and update Harrison's persona to purchasing. And if I wanna go back and assign Harrison again, technician persona, and click on submit, it will again go back and change it to technician persona. Please note that select manage customer role is just for Honeywell internal employees. So this is not applicable for any external customers. So we don't need to focus on this. We just need to focus on our technician, which is our persona or the role group, as well as the person we are going to change. Okay, done. Now, so this is how you change a role of a particular user. And then if you want to deactivate a user, you can select deactivate and the user will be deactivated. And if you want to invite a new user, we can click on invite, right? Now, Assign accounts and assign contracts are not applicable for lenl2 users, so we should not use these. We can only use assign group to change the role or deactivate the user if the user has left the company, or if we have a new user, we'll click on invite user. So now once I click on invite user, it will take me to the persona selection tab, right? So what I'll do is once I invite, we need to first select the persona, right? Now let's talk about what are the personas applicable for Lenel S2 business, right? So the first persona which is applicable is admin, right? So admin can view the systems, admin can view all the documents, the orders, can place an order, can onboard a new user, and can also activate or deactivate or change a persona of a user, right? And then we have purchasing persona, which can do everything that an admin can do without onboarding or managing the user account, right? So this again can place an order through e-commerce. The purchasing persona can also view the orders, download the softwares, as well as download the technical publication, but cannot onboard a new user, right? And then we have technician. These roles can only go and manage the systems and can download the softwares and create a support case, but cannot place an order and cannot onboard a new user. And then we have a training admin. The training admin can do the same thing what an admin can do, and it can also do the user and training admin mapping. And then we have end users. So this persona is only for the end users, right? So if I'm aware and I have an end user, then the end user, any employee in the end user account will always have end user persona, because this persona has a very restricted role, right? So the end user can only see the systems the where has or the system integrator has bought for the end user, as well as the end user can only create a support request for their systems, and they cannot see anything which a where has bought or for other end users or whatever where details is there, right? The end user cannot see anything. So that's why all the end users will have the end user role or persona. Okay. Now let's select purchasing for our example and then click on next. We'll select the account. So for example, I select lenls2 and then name as, for example, let's select the name as Kelly and Watson. Okay. Now, this is optional. And then I click on add user here. This will make sure that the user Kelly Watson is now ready to invite, and then I can add another name and another user, right? So I can invite multiple users at the same time. Now, what I'm gonna do is I'm going to invite them. So to invite them, I need to click on add user and then click on invite. Once I click on invite, the user will receive an email similar to this, right? So the new user will see this email or get this email where the user can click here and then activate their account, right? So since as an admin, I have selected the persona, the account, and all those details, right? So the user doesn't have to do anything. The user can just set their account password and can directly log in. Okay. And the admin will get this confirmation that the invite or the email has been sent successfully. And then I click on done here and I go back to my original screen. Now, if I want to see if Kelly has enrolled or not or activated her account or not, then I can just search for Kelly here. And then I see Kelly Watson. Still, she has not yet logged in because this shows as pending. And then if I want to send her another email, I can just click on resend email and then click on resend, and it will send the email to the user. Okay. Now, this is all about your account management. Now, the next one we have is certification and training. Now, there's one option here which is manage user and training, right? Which will be only available for a training admin. So once I click here, I'll see the selected account, and I'll also see all the users who are linked to this particular account. Now, what I'm going to do is I'll select, for example, Mark, and I'll select Mike, and then I click on confirm, right? So assign and update training admin. Yes, confirm. Once I click on confirm, I'll select the training admin. So Deb Simpson is our training admin for this particular account. I select this, and then I assign training here. Now, once I click on assign, I'll see a success message that these two contacts have been assigned to the training admin. And now if there's any support required for Mark and Mike, Deb can help them as Deb is their training admin. Okay, so this is how we map the training admins. Now, if I am logging in for the first time and I have everything set up, but I want to go and navigate to our LMS, which is our learning management site, right? What I'll do is I'll click on my name here. I'll go to profile. I'll scroll down. So initially, these two tools will not be available here. These two tools will be available here, right, where additional request is required, right? So you will see a request next to netbox training and on-guard training, right? So as per the VARS product line, you can request it. So once you click on request for netbox and on-guard, it will take few seconds to approve your request, and then you will be able to see on-guard and netbox here. And then once you click on the OnGuard, it will take you directly to the LMS side of OnGuard, where all your trainings and existing certifications are already there. So again, no change in the learning management side. It's there. Everything, whatever your training history is there, it will be still there. We just are changing how you navigate to that site. So similarly for Netbox, if you click on Launch Here, it will take you to the Netbox LMS. Right? So that's your training. Now, so the next one is e-commerce and order management. So let's first explore our e-commerce. Okay. So again, for e-commerce, we use the same site, which is our My Buildings portal. What we do is we just click on the search icon here and search for a part number. So for example, I'll select lenel and I select click on search. Once you click on search, you come to our search listing page where you will see all the matching products and their part numbers, right? So I'll select the first one. Okay. Once I select the first one, I will see the part number details, the images, add to cart button, and the list price as well as customer specific price. Again, this is all dummy data and dummy account. So we see 50% discount here. And this e-commerce is as of now only applicable for US region, but shortly we'll enable it for different region as well. But as of now, it's only for e-commerce. And then I can select the quantity from here, for example, 10, and then the subtotal will increase based on the quantity and the customer specific price, right? As well as I can see the delivery dates here that 8 are available on 27th of August, and then rest 2 are available on 12th of September. Okay. Now I click on add to cart and I'll click on view cart to go to the cart page, right? So again, same level of information in the cart page as well. Now, to check out and complete your e-commerce journey, you need to click on checkout. This will take you to our checkout journey, which is broken down into 3 steps. The first step is that you see your product, which is this one. right? And then from here you can ask us that if here we have two shipping dates, but you want to ship everything when the entire order is complete, you can just click on ship complete. Or else if you want to split the delivery date, you can do it from here. And we select the payment option. So as of now, we have only purchase order, but going forward, we'll also have a credit card option, right? So the purchase order, we select purchase order here. Once we select purchase order, the purchase order number is mandatory. So we put it here. If we have any cart level promo code, we can enter it here. Then we have shipping preferences, right? Where if the order is completed or ready before the request date, right? So for example, I'm a customer, I selected the request delivery date as 24th of September, right? Now, if the order is ready before 24th of September, do you allow Honeywell to ship it early, or you don't allow us to ship it early, or you want to receive a call before we do the shipment, or it's a customer pickup? So I'll select I don't allow any early shipment. And then if there is any shipment or shipping instructions, you can add it here. And if you have any special note for our order fulfillment and processing team, then you can add it here. But just uh, be mindful that if you enter something here, this will put the order on block because we have a special request. And then the off order fulfillment team will go and work on your request and then release the block from the order. Then we have our bill to, which is our billing address, right? So if you are okay with this, you can just proceed. Or if you want to select another billing address, you can click on choose from address book. And for as of now, this user only has one billing address, so we are just have one. Same thing for ship to as well. And if this is a dropship order, right, then you can click on add new address. You can enter all the address here and check this checkbox, which is I accept the liability of ensuring that the address information provided is correct, right? And if this is the dropship address, I will not check this checkbox, right? So the tool will assume that this is a one-time order and then we'll consider this address as a one-time address. If you check this checkbox, then it means that we need to add this to your account, and that may take up to 24 hours, 72 hours. Okay. Now, once I'm done with all these details, right, what I'll do is I'll click on calculate dates and order total. This will make sure that all the VATs and tariffs and all the other applicable fees are added, right? So if you see a VAT of 96 and 66 cents, 60 cents are added here. Now I'm good. I know my delivery date, I know my taxes and my final order value. Now what I'll do is I'll click on review order. This review order will show you the order details. This is all read only. If you want to edit anything, you can click on edit. And if you want to place an order, you can just click on I agree and then place an order. This will go and create an order. I'm not going to do it because this is production. But once you are done with all your changes and you're good to go, just click on place order and it will place an order for you. Okay. So that's our e-commerce journey. Now, the other journey which we have is the net VR configuration, right? So we click on products, we click on tools, we click on VR designer. Now, either we can select net VR or VRX based on what we are going to buy. So I'll select net VR. From here, I can select the driver configuration, which is RAID 5, hard drive 8 TB, yes, yes, and hot swappable, yes. Okay, now how many streams I want? For example, two, right? So description, this is lobby, this is reception, and the resolution of my camera, for example, for lobby, it's 720, for reception is 1080. and then FPS is 15, 15. This is corporate lobby. This is reception. Encoding will be 264. Yes, record for 24 hours, and I am done. Right now, how many monitoring streams I want? I want two. So my input and outbound both are ready. The next, I click on next step, which will suggest that how many products match my configuration and which one I need to go with. So I'll go with the first one. So I select the first one and then click on review. Now here it will take me to the review page where I can change the project name. So this is Sakib demo project, and then I click outside to save it. Now I can directly go and place an order through add to cart, or I can download the entire list of configuration and the products as CSV. So this is my configuration. If I want to add a new configuration, I can click here and it will add the same thing again. Now, if I want to add to cart, I'll just click here, add to cart. It will take me to the sales org selection, right? So we'll always select lenel S2 because this is where we are working with. So I click on continue and I click on add to cart, go to cart. It will show me all the products that I've added in the cart. Now I can click on checkout and follow the checkout journey to complete my customer journey for placing an order for video configurator. Okay. Now let's go to order management. So we have order management here. So what I do is I click on my name here and then I click on my orders. I'll land on the order management page. I'll select the account. Let's select a test account. So HBT Central is a test account. So I have all the test orders here, right? And then you can see the order status. You can see the account number. You can see the PO number, as well as you can see the uh, create date. Now I can click on, I can select anything. So I can select ship complete, right? So it will filter based on ship complete order. Once I select this, it will show me the order status here, right? So if it is order pending or in progress or scheduled, and if we have shipped the order or not. So this order is ship complete, right? And then this will show us the line item details. So this will show us the invoice number, the delivery note, as well as the carrier name and the tracking ID once the order is shipped, right? So we have all the details here regarding the shipment. Now, if you want to return this order, I can click on return item and this will ask me for a return reason. So I can select, for example, product damage during shipment. And then the line of business for us, for Lenel S2 customers, we need to be very mindful about the line of business and brand we select, right? So we'll select security always, and then the brand will always be Lenel S2. Okay, so anytime we create any case or any return request, our line of business should be security and the brand should be Lenel S2, and we can select the country we are in. So I'm in US, so I'll select US and I'll click on continue. This will take me to the request summary page, right, where I can see the order, I can see the PO, I can see all these details, as well as I can see the product I have selected. Now what I'll do is I will just enter it here like test, cancel, and then I can click on submit request. This will ask for a confirmation. I'll say yes, confirmed. Then it will go and create a case for a customer support team that this particular customer wants to return the order and these are the order line items. And then once that is done, it will create a case and give us the case number so that we can have it handy. And later on, when we want to see the return or track the return, I can just click on order and returns from here, and it will take me to the returns tab, or else I can click on return here and it will take me to the returns tab where I'll see the list of all the returns I have, right? So if I click one of the return cases, it will show me all the details. It will show me the status here as well as the items I am trying to return. And if I want to leave any message for the customer support team, I can just enter here like test, cancel, and then if I want to upload anything, I can upload and click on submit. This will go ahead and create a comment in our Salesforce that this particular customer is trying to add a new comment for the return, and they'll go and see the comment. Okay, so this is your returns. Now, if you want to download the invoices, you can go to the third tab, and then from here we can download all the invoices, as well as if we have any dispute with the invoice, we can dispute that. But given that the invoice is generated within 15 working days, then we can go ahead and dispute the invoice. Okay. So this is your order management. Now let's go to the next one, which is your self-help. Okay. So we have all the self-help modules, which includes your customer journey, right? How do you navigate through all the features, which has your software download, your documents, your knowledge articles, right? So everything, all these things are under support, right? So if you click on support here, and on the left hand side under support center, you will see website tutorial, which is nothing but it's a video tutorial of how do you start or submit your return, how do you track your return status, how do you go to your order details page, right? How do you navigate through the product catalog, or how do you create a case or see the case history, right? So all these information are provided here. So it's in form of a video. So if you're stuck anywhere and you're not aware of what to do, you can just go and watch these videos, and it will be very clear of how do we proceed. Okay. Now, again, going back to support. So that was my website tutorial. Now, knowledge articles, right? So these are all the how-to videos. And if you're stuck, if you're not able to install and you need any help in installing something, right? So all those documents and knowledge articles and videos are uploaded here. So if you have something, for example, I need to search for lenel, I'll just search for lenel and I click here. So it will show me all the documents which are related to lenel S2 brand, as well as I can filter based on lenel S2 brand here under brand, right? So this is our filter facet. I can filter based on brand, as well as I can filter based on the product family. So for example, I'll see On Guard, I'll see Netbox, right? So I'll see all these different product families here. I can do that, or I can also do based on the product category, right? So now let's see. So this is a particular knowledge article. I just opened it, right? So I can see all the details here. And if I want to download it as a PDF, I can click here to download the entire thing as a PDF. I can now download the knowledge article as a PDF. So that's your knowledge article. Now going back to support, software download, right? So under support, we have software download, which will uh, enable the customer to download all the softwares, right? Just remember that to download any software, we need to have a valid certification and a training ID so that we know that you have done your certification prior to downloading and installing the software, right? So there are two ways to do it. One is that you can search for the part number link to your software or the software name. Normally, we will search with the software name, as well as you can also click on brand and select Lenel S2, and you'll see all the list of softwares here, right? Now, let me search for OnGuard, and I can see all the OnGuard softwares, and all the different OnGuard softwares are here. If I click on the SDK release notes, I'll see all these details here, and I can download the file from here. So that's your software download. Now I can click on support and click on document center. So this is nothing but your documents or technical publications, which are nothing but your data sheets and your technical documents related to your products, right? So again, you can do the same thing. You can search for a knowledge article, or you can just click on brand, click on brand, click on Lenel S2, and you'll see all the knowledge, all the technical publication and technical documents here. You can either select product family, for example, OnGuard, right? And I can also select what type of uh, document I need. I need a user manual, I need a data sheet. I can select data sheet, and then it will filter out based on all the data sheets. And if I want to preview something, I can just click on preview to see that this is what I require. Yes, this is the one I require. Then I'll close it and I'll download it. So that's your self-help. Now, the last one is price book. So how do I see my price book? I'll go to click here, your name. I'll go to my accounts. Then from there, I'll see quick links here, right? Uh, so I'll click here on add and edit quick links because by default, the documents will not be here, right? So the price book is uploaded under documents. So if I want to see a price book, I just need to go to quick links, click on add edit, and then the document will be here on the right hand side. I just need to drag from right to the left and click on save and continue, and I'll see the documents here. Once I click on documents, I'll see all the different price books based on the region I'm logging in. So I'm logging from US, so I'll see all the US price books. If I'm logging from Europe or any different country, I'll see the price book of that particular country, right? So that's how you download your price books. Now, going to the next one, which is manage my systems, right? So there are two ways to manage your systems. One is you click on my account and you add your my systems in the quick link. So you can just land on the site and then click on my systems, or else you can click on your name, you click on my profile, and you click on launch on my systems. It will take you to the my systems page. So this is a test account, so I'm linked to multiple accounts, but I'll go with the test account, which is Lenel S2. I click on continue. Now this will take me to the my systems page. Now let's explore this page together. So the first tab here is my systems. So this will show all the systems I have bought for myself, right? So as a system integrator, I have bought these products from Lenel S2 or Honeywell for my own use. I'll see everything here. Now, if you go to my customers, so these are the systems I have bought for my end users, right? So for example, Lenel Pittsford is our end user for Lenel S2 account. So all the systems related to Lenel Pittsford will be shown here. What I can do is I can select this, which will filter out all the systems linked to Pittsford, Lenel S2 Pittsford here. And then I can also filter based on the versions, as well as the product line, which is on guard or netbox, as well as the system type, which is its production or non-production. Okay. And then the next one is training system. So training system means that if I have completed a certification and I am eligible to download a training license, right, for my personal use or for my use where I can use that license and learn about the system, then I can just go to my training system. I can see the training systems and the product line, and then I can click on download here to download the license. And then the fourth tab is on guard activation. So if I have a on guard license and I need to activate the license, or I need to return the license, or I need a repair, right? So I can select any of these actions. I can enter the system ID here. I can enter the shortcode here, right? And then once I select activate and enter these two, and then click on complete request, I'll get the activation shortcode in the response code. I can use this shortcode to activate my license. Similarly, if I select return and then complete the request, it will return the license and it will give me a shortcode that will release the license for a particular system. Okay, so that's your on-guard activation. Now, if I come back to my customers, right, and select Lenel Pittsford, let's go to the next one. Okay, let's select a prod. So I'll select prod. Okay. I'll select a system here. Now, this system has this is the system details page where I can see the system type, I can see the system class, I can see the status, as well as I can see the parent system. And I can also see the licenses. So this system has two licenses. One is subscription software. The other one is license on guard. If I want to explore more about the license, which is the license features and other details, I can just click here and I can see all the license features, their values, as well as the version, the system ID. If there is no expiration date, that means that this is a perpetual software, right? And for netbox systems, we'll have the exact key. Now, if I want to download the licenses, I'll just click on download license. So it will download the zip file of the license and I will be able to unzip it and use the licenses. Now, okay. Now, the next thing I can do is I can go to software download from here. So if I click on software download, it will take me to the software download page, and it will pre-filter based on the product line, and I can see all the software related to the on-guard software, right? And then if I go back, I can click on upgrade. This upgrade will help me upgrade the license, right, based on the eligible contract and eligible customers. So if I click on upgrade, it will go and check whether I am eligible for an upgrade. Yes, I'm eligible for an upgrade for 8.3. So once I select this, I click on upgrade. This will go ahead and upgrade the license then and there, and then the customer will be able to download the latest version of the license real time. Okay. So that's there. And then if there is a SUSP contract and we want to, as a where I want to renew this contract for our end user, I'll just click on renew contract. This will show me a pop-up for confirmation where I will have the system ID, I will have the end user, the contract end date, and then I can just click on submit. This will create a renewal case. It will not renew the actual SUSP contract, but will create a renewal case. It will give me the case ID, and then It will also inform our CS team or the inside sales team that a new case is created for a SUSP renewal, and then we'll create a quote. We'll get back to you with the quote summary and proposal document. And then from there, if you wish to continue, you can just provide us the PO, and then we will book the order for you, right? So that's how you manage your systems. Now, if I want to manage the billing center, I will just do the same thing. Click on my buildings, which is my name. Click on my profile, go to billing center, select the account when it comes. So I'll select this. And then I can see this dashboard that how many end user linked to me are billed by readers and how many mobile readers are enabled, how many users are billed by credentials, and how many credentials have been issued or purchased. Same goes for Blue Diamond NFC, and how many users are with NFC and what's the current NFC users, right? And then this particular tab is only for VARs, right, which is our system integrators, where they can go and update or manage their end user accounts. So for example, this end user is billed by credentials, but I want to change their billing method from credential to reader. Then I'll just click on manage here, and I will go to this particular pop-up where I can select the request type, right? So if I want to change the billing method, I can select change billing method, and I can select readers, right? And if I want to increase the license count, I can select increase license count. The PO is required, and from here I can start increasing license count. But let's go ahead and change the billing method. So they were credentials. I'm going to change them to readers, and I'll just select next, and it will show me a message that a case will be generated once I do this. And then once I click on submit, a case will be generated. And here you will see all the details of the customers as well as my end user. Okay. So this was your billing center. Now we go to the last one, which is case creation. So for case creation, again, same thing. I click on support. I go to the left hand side. Under the create a request, I'll see technical support request. I'll see customer support request. Field support request is not applicable for us. It's for different businesses. So we just need to focus on the technical support and customer support. If I need any customer support help, right? I'll just select on customer service request. I click on I select the account. I click next here. Again, same thing. Line of business will be security. Brand will be lenel S2. Reason will be if I want to create a new code or a new system, I'll select advanced service request for lenel S2. If I need help with credit and invoicing, I'll select this. If I need any help with accounting, I can select account management. Similarly, we have a lot of options here. Now I'll select advanced service request. I'll select the request type, which is on guard or netbox solution code request, or it's on guard or netbox professional engineering service code request, or I need just more information, or I need a managed service code request, right? So I'll select this one, and then case subject, test, delete, case description as test, delete, demo, and then I click on the checkbox that I confirm all these things are correct, and then I click on submit. This will create a case for me, a customer support case for me, and I'll get a customer support case ID, right? So all these cases, the cases I create for the Blue Diamond, changing the uh, method, right, from credentials to reader, or I create a case to renew the susp contract, or I create a case to take help from the customer support team. All these cases will sit under the case history, right? So you can click here to go to case history page, or you can just click on support, and from here you can also go to case history page, right? So either ways, I click on case history, it will show me the list of cases I've created. It will show me the accounts I've created the case for, and it will also show me that if it is a customer support case I've created or a technical support case I've created. Okay. Now, there's one thing that once you create a case, it takes 15 minutes for the case to show up in your case history, right? But as soon as you submit the case will be created in Salesforce, and then you will get a notification that a case has been created for you. Okay. Now, um, let's go and create a technical support case. So once I click on support, I'll scroll down, I'll select technical support case. So I've already bought a product and then it has some issues or I need additional help, technical help. I'll select the account here and I click on next. Similarly, I click on security, brand. Now I need to select a end user, right? Because I need to select their system. So if you see, I have lenel 2. So if I'm going to create a case for myself, I'll select my name. If I want to create a case for an end user, I'll select the end user name, as well as I will select their system. So for example, I select this system, right? Now this system doesn't have a active SUSP contract, right? So in that case, we are not going to allow you to request for a technical support request, right? Because you need to have an active contract. Now if I click here and I can search for contract 14721. Yep. So this one has an active contract. So it allowed me to proceed. Now I can select the product line. So this is on guard, global, again, test, cancel, demo, copy it here, description, paste it here. Yep. And now I'll click on submit. Once I click on submit, it will create a technical support case, assign it to the particular team who will provide us the technical support case. And then I will receive a case ID, right, which will be handy for me to go ahead and follow up with the team, right? And how do I follow up? I click on go to case history and I'll see the case created here, right? So now let's select a case and then I'll just replace the case ID so that I can see the latest case ID, right? So this is my case. This is the system I've selected. This is the end user I selected. And this is the case subject and description. Similarly, if I need to leave any note for the technical support team, I can just enter here that test cancel case. And then I click on submit. This will submit this request and I will be able to see it here, right? So this means that I have left a comment for my technical support team, and then they will read this, they'll get back to me. If they have any questions for us, they will also create a comment and then publish it, and then I'll be able to see the comments here, right? So this is your uh, technical support case creation. I think we are done with the demo of our My Buildings portal. Chris, you wanna start the Q&A and bring up your screen?
Sorry, just give me 1 second. Change the share back. Share. Where are we here? Screen 2. Here we go. Sorry, here you are.
Yep. Okay. So, if you have any questions for us or if you need any support, you can reach us to these email IDs and numbers, right? So if you have any, so if you need any support for your account and your portal functionality, you can reach out to us at mybuildings support.lenel2@honeywell.com. If you need any help for registration, right? So you're not able to log into Honeywell or you don't see your role correct or you're not aligned to the correct account, you can write to my buildings registration at honeywell.com. Now, from Americas, if you need any help for Netbox, OnGuard, or Elements, you can call us on these numbers. If you need any help for training, you can write us on at learning.lenls2@honeywell.com. Similarly, if you need any support for codes, if you need any help with the inside sales or order booking or order status, you can write us on these emails. And then for the licensing, you can write us at sig@honeywell.com. Similarly, for Europe and Middle Eastern and Asia Pacific customers, you can call us on these numbers as well as you can write us at these emails, and we'll get back to you as soon as possible.
Great. Thanks, Sakib, for the demo. And we may want to leave this slide up here, or if you want to go back into the demo for answering any of these questions, we can do that. I've been sort of reviewing the questions, answering a few of them as they've been coming in. So thank you all for submitting your questions. I'll probably combine a few of them where there's some similarities. And Sakib, you've probably gone through a few of these, but worth repeating. First question is around if you're an existing My Buildings portal user. So let's say you are a channel partner for our fire business, for example. What do you have to do anything special, take any action in order to start seeing the lenel S2 product lines and content?
Absolutely not, right? So if you are an existing customer, we will just associate you with your lenel S2 account or lenel S2 functionalities, and then you will be able to view your systems. You will be able to go to the trainings. You can able to view the billing center. So there's no action needed from your side. We are identifying who are the existing customers who are already on billing my buildings portal, and then we'll just link you to the new functionalities we have. So you don't have to take any action from your side.
Okay, great. Okay, couple questions that came in around they got into the portal system okay, but they're not seeing some of the content that they used to be able to see in lenel S2 Connect or the Netbox portal. What should users do if they're in, but they're not seeing the information that they are expecting or looking for? How should they get help with that?
Okay, so you can write us at mybuildingsregistration@honeywell.com or the mybuildingsupport.honeywell.com, right? And we'll be able to help you out. Maybe there's some minor here and there issues with the account association or role assignment. We will take care of that as soon as possible.
Okay, great. And related to role assignments, so if you're in the system as an admin, but you're not seeing the users that you need to see from your account, should the admin go ahead and add those users, or is it possible that those other users have not yet been activated? What's your guidance for that?
Yeah, okay. So if you don't see the user, right, and it was an existing user, for now, since we are sending out all the emails and the invites in batches, right, just hold on for a couple of days till we send out all the invites. But if still after from next week, if you don't see them, go ahead and invite it. Or or you can just write us an email at mybuildingsregistration@honeywell.com, and provide us the details that these are the users you are not able to see, and then we'll see if they are not yet in our invite list, we'll add them. So I would suggest that you write us at mybuildingsregistration@honeywell.com, right? So that we do our analysis and then we send out the invite. But going forward, if you don't see them, you can directly invite them.
Okay, great. Okay, can you please talk a little bit, you covered a lot of the order management, which is in some ways new. Some of that capabilities is new for the lenel S2 VARs. What are the regional differences between which regions can take advantage of some of that self-serve ordering capability? Can you talk about that regionality, knowing we have a global audience here, who has access to that today?
Are we only talking about order management or e-commerce?
Yeah, e-commerce. Yeah, thank you for clarifying.
Okay. Okay. Yeah. So e-commerce as of now, it's only US region, right? If you're trying to place an order for anyone in US, you can use our e-commerce functionality. For Europe and other region, it will be launched very soon. Once we launch it, we'll let you know. But as of now, the e-commerce capability is only for US region. And the order management capability, right, where you can see the order and you can create the return request and you can cancel the order. All those features are applicable for our global audience, for our global customers. So if you are from EMEA, if you are from APAC, if you are from US, everyone can view and manage their orders.
Okay, great. Good deal. Okay. There are a few specific, examples of issues that some of these folks are trying to troubleshoot. I'll throw out a couple of them, and maybe you can, if you're recognizing the issue, maybe provide that guidance, or else give some direction on how to get specific help. Couple folks not seeing certifications, their training certifications. I believe you covered that in the live demo, but where should they be seeing that, and what should they do if they're not seeing what should be there?
Okay, yeah. So the certifications will be available under My Profile and Details tab, right? And under Support, you can also see Certification Validation Tool, where you can enter your training ID and your email ID, and then you can see all the certifications you have, right? But normally you will see all the certifications under My Building, which is in the portal. You click on your name and you go to My Profile, you go to the Details tab, and there you'll see all the certifications there. And we are having little bit of issues for all the internal users, right? For internal users, the certifications are currently not available for all. We are working on that. But for external users, which is our VARs and end users, all the certifications will be available under the Details tab of My Profile menu.
Okay, good. Let's see. We had one user who was seeing some issues with their data under the Manage Users and Training tab. They can see that there's users that are no longer employees, so some old users in there, maybe some folks who don't sell security systems. What's your guidance for if you're not seeing what you want to be seeing under the users section, and if you're an admin, do you go ahead and take care of that, or should we be reaching out for assistance with one of these phone numbers or email addresses here?
Okay. Yep. Okay. So since we are getting data from multiple locations, for example, the OnGuard portal, which is our connect.ls2 portal, and as well as Netbox portal, right? So there may be few instances where we have old employees which are not part of the current company also being migrated, right? So in that case, what we're gonna do is, as an admin, I can select that user from, so I'll go to My Profile, I'll go to Company User tab, I'll select the user, and I click on Deactivate User. That will deactivate the user, and the user won't be able to, come to our My Buildings portal and will not see the data again.
Got it. Okay, great. Okay. And then another kind of unique issue. One of our listeners is trying to access their account details, but they're getting an status expired error message. Does that sound familiar? Do you have any specific guidance, or otherwise, how should that person go about getting some help with that? Status expired under account details.
This is new. So you can write us at
Okay.
mybuildingsregistration@honeywell.com, right? Or you can also write us at mybuildingsupport.nls2 and just share a screenshot and your account details, which is your account name, and we'll take care of it.
Got it. Okay. And then this may be, I mean, this one sounds like it could be kind of a temporary glitch, but there was one listener trying to access the Netbox training and found that the Netbox training link wasn't working for them. Is there any guidance? Should they reach out directly to the training team for help with that, or go to the portal team?
Yeah, they should reach out to the training team, right? Which is learning.lenel2@honeywell.com, so that we can make sure that your training ID is synced between both our portal as well as the LMS for Netbox, and then you have a seamless journey there, right? Integrated journey there. So yeah, reach out to learnings.lenls2@honeywell.com.
Okay, got it. Okay, great. Let's see, a couple more questions here. One person asking if the documents can be emailed to them. I'm actually on the marketing team, and we are planning a follow-up communication to our VARs, who are portal users who have been activated and those who haven't yet been activated, to help them understand, where we are in the process and where they are in the process, and get them some more information. We are going to share this support resources information that way, as well as we're looking at some additional webinar dates for in September. So just sharing that for information. Once we get those dates selected and finalized, we'll send out some invitations to do some additional training sessions. Let's see, the recording link. Yep, also can share that recording link. Yes, thank you for that question. Let me see if there's anything new coming in here. Answered a fair number of these. I think this question was answered when you did the live demo, but just in case others are having the same question, I'll go ahead and pose it. If you're looking for elements training, is that in the My Buildings portal?
Yes, so on guard and elements
Yes,
training
okay.
are both club, right? So if you go to my profile and then under the overview tab, you'll see application. Under application, you'll see on guard and elements training. There will be a launch icon there. Just click on the launch and it will take you to the LMS page. So on guard and elements share the same LMS. Sorry.
Got it. Okay. All right. I'm just
Emily,
trying to. Yeah.
maybe I can share a bit on the Netbox training.
Sure.
Yeah, so for some of you who have the question about Netbox training, I believe you may be using the portal.lenel2.com, which at this moment will still be the portal that you can use to access your training for Netbox only. As Sakrit has mentioned, the elements and non-guard training will be from my building, but for the Netbox training, that will be available through the lenel2.portal.com.
Great. Thank you. Okay. Let's see. I don't think we have any other new questions coming in, and since we're just about out of time for this session, I'll hand it back to you, Sakib, to just close us up for this session. And thanks everybody for joining and posing your questions.
Yeah, thanks, Emily. Thank you, everyone, for joining our session today. If you have any question, if you are stuck anywhere, reach out to these numbers. If you have any issue regarding your registration or you don't see any users added to your account, right, just write it to us at mybuildings station at honeywell.com. And just remember that we are sending the invites to onboard the customers in batches. So if you have not received any email, you will receive an email soon. And this is new, this is exciting. So if you need any help, you can go to our self-help under support, or you can write us and we'll be willing to help you guys. So thank you very much for joining and have a good one.
Recording stopped.